Good morning, friends. You've probably never seen me from this angle before because I'm sitting on the end of my porch, and I have these little geese on Papa's old wood heater, and I just set the camera in their legs. So it's getting my roof or my ceiling of my porch, and this little board right there is where at one time the girls bouncy chair sat. My eyes started itching. I'm sorry. Okay, friends, I have not made a video in a week. Last Thursday night when I got home from the hospital and thought I was out of the anesthesia, I made a video letting y'all know I was home, and I talked kind of wonky, and a couple of people said, "Poor G, she's high as a kite." And watching it, I'm thinking I must have been, because I was giggling and laughing and doing some crazy stuff. But it has been a long week. Monday, of course, I've had no kids. And that's been good because I can do my own thing. One thing I can't do with my hand, I still can't turn the doorknob. And one of the most horrible, painful things I did, without thinking, I just went and grabbed the refrigerator to open it, and I thought I was going to just turn to wax right there because the pain goes all the way up and it hurts so bad. So now the way I have my bicycle, my exercise bike positioned, I can set whatever I need to right there on the seat of my bike, and then I can open the door with this hand and put what I need in. So guys, I'm going to tell you right now, we are waiting for the man to come and rehook up our internet because someone cut the wire yesterday, some men that were working. And guys, I am so mad at AT&T because why do they send workers out without those little, you know, those things? I've seen them when they come to mark the lines up here for Papa when he wants to dig, and they have this little thing, and it goes, it's like a metal detector, only it detects the fiber optic wire, so it doesn't get cut by accident. So they cut the wire by accident, and they had to have a tech to come out and do it. And I had to call and report it out, sitting, you know, in a spot where you know you're going to get a signal, and that's really hard. And then I think my on the phone man was from probably an Iranian, because I know we outsource. And I said, "Sir, it's right down the road, like 50 steps down the road. Why would I have to wait till tomorrow till between 8 and noon?" And I told myself, I said, that man's going to get there at 10 till 12. It's 11:55, so I was wrong. I thought he would be here at least by 10 till 12. So at 12, they better not call me and tell me that he can't come. And I don't know how you go to file a complaint, because that is the most foolish. Even me, with the little bit of business college I have, know in my heart I'm going to send someone out there to dig a line, but I'm going to give him this little tool so he doesn't cut a line that's already been buried. But no, they just take your shovel and your mat and go dig a line. That's what happened. I'm so angry about it. I want to cross my arms, stomp my foot, and say, so angry. That's what Coda Bear does. So I am missing her. I saw Carter last night. They come over for just a little while, and I got to hug her and kiss her, and she wouldn't look at me because she was holding a pencil, and she kept waving it all around and trying to climb in my chair. I could just feel that going into my finger. So I said, wait a minute. So I took her pencil, and she goes, my pencil. I said, baby, I'll give it right back. Just give me a hug and a kiss. And the whole time she's hugging me and trying to kiss me, she's looking at that pencil that I laid on my table. So I don't feel like there was really any love involved in that. But the funniest thing was when I tried to get in Kim's car yesterday, because, you know, Kim's got her big truck. So it has a running board. So I have to step up on the running board. No problem with one knee. But my one knee won't hold me up that far while I lift the other knee if I don't hold on to something. And I can't hold on right now because I'm scared if I squeeze this hand onto something, it's gonna like hurt me so bad. I don't like pain. I told Kim, I said, you know, I think I have a low pain tolerance. But then I tell myself, no, I think I have a high pain tolerance because I walk with my knee hurting and my mind says don't limp. No matter how much it hurts, don't limp. So I try to ignore that pain and walk without a limp. So therefore I think, well, maybe my pain tolerance is kind of high. But then I'm thinking, you know, I don't know which Brenda I am just from day to day. Today I may be the crybaby Brenda. Tomorrow I may be the strong Brenda. So there's a lot of Brendas living inside here. Today I think I'm just the normal Brenda. I think. Anyway, let's talk about the Florida storm. My brother is fine. I was so upset and so worried. I'm thinking, I don't know what could be in his mind that he didn't leave, because it was going to take a direct hit there in Tampa. He's actually in a place called Apollo Beach. And I was so worried, and I prayed, and then we don't have any internet, so I couldn't stay glued to the TV all day to see exactly what the storm was doing. So we went down to Kim's last night, but Kim is not Fox crazy like I am, so she doesn't have the channel. So you can see all day Fox Weather, Fox News, you know. So we only had to see what little bit we could see on the regular news. And I saw that it was a little north of Tampa going into some place called Sarasota. And I pray that they're okay. We haven't been able to see anything this morning. We don't know how bad that was hit. It's hard being without TV, guys, I'm telling you. And the thing is, when we lose our TV, we lose our cell phone. So you can go outside and sometimes find a place to talk. But now, Kim called me yesterday, and I was able to sit in the house and talk. But I don't know how that happened. Anyway, my brother is fine. They lost power about 10:30 last night, their time, and but they had a generator, and my sister-in-law said they were already up having coffee this morning, and there was they've got a generator hooked up on their patio. They have one of those big, well, I think almost everybody in Florida has the big screen patios because the mosquitoes are so bad. But they were hooked up out there. And they said they lost part of their fence and their house. Their roof was leaking in one spot. But praise God for all the wind that was supposed to have been there. That's good. That's real good. So we're not without power, but it just feels like something's wrong because you can't turn on the TV. And I'm thinking, okay, stop. You're washing clothes. You're making your coffee. You're doing everything you do every day except turn on the TV. And I'm thinking, yeah, but I need that. You know, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to TV. So last night we went to Kim's. I went down there about 6, and we stayed till 10. No, we stayed till 10:30 because at 10 the news came on, and we wanted to see the last minute that we could see of the storm, and it was already on land down to a category 3. So I'm going to start rubbing my lips. It seems like every time I start talking, I start rubbing my lips. And that's because I don't get my chapstick out. So, I guess you guys all know that on sleepy time, I forgot to put my bottom dentures away. And Buster got them. So, he kind of tore them up. I can still wear them, but they're uncomfortable. So we went to the dentist on Tuesday, and I got that started for some new bottoms. Oh, I saw a message pop up, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't from the AT&T man. So anyway, that is something I do not want to do again, because I didn't know Bree was going to go put all of that on Facebook. But in my lower dentures were not found in the dog bed. They were found in Papa's bed. Therefore, that is proof that Buster took them. So, but guys, I'm going to tell you, I've done that quite often. My top plate, I never take out. If I don't have it, I can't smile. So I never take the top plate out. But the bottoms, I just pop them out all the time and lay them here or lay them there. And then I've gotten used to trying to stick them in a drawer. But the reason I didn't is because Papa painted my little table. And he painted the outsides of the drawer. And now my drawer sticks. So in order to open it, because I can't use this hand, because see, I've got my cut here and then my cut here. So there's no place inside my hand that's not sore. So I have to literally lay my whole arm on my table that sits beside my chair and then pull it out like this. Well, I guess when I popped my bottoms out, I couldn't open that drawer, so I just laid them there. And Buster, our teacup, who's so funny, he finds everything. And he will tear everything up. And of course, you know, he's taught Verdi to do bad things too. But these teeth were found in Pops' bed, so I know it had to be the teacup that took them. And if the teacup hadn't have grown so big, he wouldn't be able to get things down off the table. So, there. Okay, guys. The other thing I was going to tell you, because I got sidetracked, you know I do. When I got dentures when I was about 50, because as I have chronic dry mouth. That's why I'm always using the chapstick, and I also have chronic dry eyes. And I went through a spurt where I couldn't open my eyes in the morning without them pouring and pouring. And I went to several different allergists, and they would give me different pills. There was nothing that anybody would give me. And then this doctor once, he said, you know what? You could have chronic dry eyes. And I said, well, I have chronic dry mouth. Well, sure, my eyes could be chronically dry too. So I can't remember for the life of me what they gave me. But, oh, guys, I was ecstatic. It'll use 2 drops in each eye every morning. My eyes didn't run, ever. It was like such a miracle. For probably 10 years, I had to take a tissue everywhere I went. I wish I could remember what that is. It doesn't really matter because there are so many across-the-counter things now for chronic dry eyes. And they all do about the same thing. So I usually get one that is less expensive. And Now, I don't even have to use it every day. I generally do when I put on my makeup. That's one of the things I do, is put a couple of drops in each eye. But if I forget or don't wear makeup that day, or my eyes never run anymore. But there is nothing they can give you for chronic dry mouth. And the only thing that my regular doctor, the allergist, I guess they don't, I don't know. But an ears, nose, and throat. My doctor called up to an ears, nose, and throat person and said, I have a lady here. She has chronic dry mouth. Is there anything you could tell her to help her out? And she told me to take just a regular Mucinex every day. Well, that didn't help. That didn't help. So I had all caps in my mouth and down here. And let me tell you, the caps cost a fortune when you have every tooth in your mouth done with a cap. And then the teeth just fall off. And they fall off anywhere. You don't even have to be eating, because there's just not, it's gross, but there's not enough saliva in my mouth to actually keep my teeth moistened. And you can take a mint now and then. That happens. And now they have I think they have a dry mouth stuff, and I used to carry that with me. Lord, my mind's going blank because I can't even remember what that's called. But I carried a tube of it in my purse all the time. And, you know, I would just kind of squirt a little in my mouth and rub it around. But I learned about that. It was never. But my teeth all would just fall off the caps. And then that one day he said, Brenda, there's no way we can keep these from falling off. He said, you need to go with dentures. Dear Lord, was I mad. I was like 50 years old. My mother's in her 70s. She doesn't have dentures. And, oh, I was mad. I was so mad. He said, look, how many times have you come in to have a tooth glued back on, and it just falls off, or another one does? He said, you have chronic dry mouth. There's nothing we can do for it, but with these dentures. So after my anger, I went through this depression. I'm 50 years old and I have dentures. That was so sad for me. I don't know why it was so sad. So all I could think of, my mother has her own teeth. So anyway, I got the dentures. And you know what? After about a couple of months, I found that I could flash the biggest smile. And I don't know what difference that made. I don't know. But it's like, wow, this isn't so bad. And to this day, I've never regretted having my dentures. I love them. I can smile and don't have to worry about one popping out. They're just there, and I love them. And but now I have two beautiful tops and no bottoms that fit. But the way the insurance works, you have to buy a full set. So that's what I will do. And I'm going to tell you, this is kind of funny. When my dentist, which he was at Southern Dental, I loved him so much. And I can't even remember his name right now. And I saw him almost every week, sometimes twice a week, gluing them little bitty teeth back on. When he sent over, when they did the mold of my mouth and sent over, you know, with my date of birth and everything, he said, are you, the technician called him and said, are you sure you got the birth date right on this? Because this is the tiniest molds we've ever seen for an adult. So that was pretty funny, because I had a boyfriend once, asked my mother why I never lost my baby teeth. So my teeth were always like small. But when I had my dentures, I guess they made them adult size. That sounds crazy. And don't be laughing, but if you want to laugh with me, that's fine too. But before, I guess I had what looked like baby teeth. Even though they were caps, he had to make them. Anyway, now with my dentures, guys, look, I can smile and I can brighten my eyes, and it's awesome. So I've never really, well, there's no other choice, but I love my dentures. So that's that. But I do have a problem with laying them down. And I have to call Bree. Baby, would you bring your phone? Because she'll turn her flashlight on her phone. And she can get down and look places that we can't look. And used to, we could look ourselves because we could get down on our knees and look under beds. But now I just call Bree and she comes. But I didn't know she was going to tell everybody like that was a big funny story. But maybe it was. I don't know. But I will tell you how I found them. Cashton was here, and Carter, and Coda. And Coda watches me brush my teeth every morning because she brushes her teeth. So taking her teeth out is nothing for Coda Bear. But anyway, she comes running into where I was in the living room, and she says, Baba has your teeth. Baba has your teeth. And oh, she was so upset. So I go in the bedroom and look, and Bubba's laying on the bed, and he's got my teeth, and he's just looking at them. He goes, here's your teeth, G. Jesus, help me. I'm a real grandma now. I'm a real great grandma. There's no getting around it, you know. I have lost my teeth, and my great-grandbabies found them. So he said he found them in Papa's bed. So anyway, guys, that is that story. And I'm going to really try not, if I can take care of myself before I take my sleepy time, then I'm good. But if I have sleepy time, I'm just like Lester. I don't know what I do. So, but you know, it's funny the way this, like if I hear Coda crying, I hear that immediately, sleepy time or not. So I think there's a built-in mother instinct. But Papa's bed is, you know, by the door in our room. And Coda likes to sleep in her own room. She loves it in there. We keep the TV on for her. And so I always tell Papa, I said, listen for Coda in case I'm too sound to sleep. But I never have been. I always hear her before Papa does. So, guys, I love y'all. I pray for the people in North Carolina. I got a beautiful card from a lady in South Carolina, and I thought how awesome of her to think of me when I know the Carolinas are going through so much right now. But it was just full of handwritten scriptures, and I just loved it. So I put it there in the corner where I have my little, I have to name that corner something because it's got all my feel good about yourself things. I just put them in that little corner, and my glasses, and keep my tablet there, my iPad, so everything's hand reach. And when I fix my coffee, I can just, if I'm not feeling good, I can read that one that says, you can do all things through Christ. And if I don't feel like I look good that day, I see that. It says, you are beautiful. And then the scripture, where it comes from. And guys, we don't feel good every day. We do not feel good every day. It's impossible because we're human. And our mind works. And the devil is here, you know, peeking out the bushes, telling you things, you know, you're not going to be able to pay your bills. You're not going to be able to do this. Your knee's going to hurt today, and you're not going to be able to walk, or you're not going to take any more trips because you're too old. And all the things the devil tells you, and then we just, poor me, poor me. Then I can go to my corner in the kitchen, and I can see all that positive stuff. And then, you know, I think I could give that devil a good cussing. Anyway, I mean, a good example that I want to use right now. My brother kept telling me not to worry. I'm not going to call myself a worrier. I think about things and I try to pray. But when you know there's a Category 5 hurricane headed right at your brother's house, you're going to worry. It's human to worry. So I worried, and I woke up during the night. I felt better when I saw that it had made land and had a little less strength. And I just wondered how much cleanup is going to be in his... Anyway, I worried. I don't want to say worried. I didn't drive myself crazy over it, but, you know, I was worried. So this morning, when my sister-in-law put on family, that little bit of damage they had, and they had the generator, and they were having coffee, and then it just come to my heart, silly girl, you didn't have to worry. Look, God did it. He moved it over just a little bit, and they're in their house, they're having coffee, they're not flooded, their house is not torn up, and I worried, and what was the point? God did it. God did it, and he didn't me worrying. I'm sure, you know, I'm thanking him. I'm really thanking him. But it doesn't do any good to worry, but we will worry because we're human. And sometimes, no matter how much we love Jesus, you know, the human part of us takes over. But I do appreciate that card I got from her. It was very nice. And I know there's so much going on in her area that I don't know. God must have told her, you know, these scriptures, and the scriptures are so perfect for what's going on right now. So, probably most of you know more about this than I do. Lex broke his wrist yesterday in football practice. And I just heard from another one of the really faithful followers that Gene has, said that Lex was going to be coming up to stay with Lester for a few days because his wrist was too swollen to actually sit. So I didn't know that. I don't watch everybody's videos. When I'm scrolling, I see more of Jake's videos and Bree's because they do so many reels, and I just love watching reels of anybody. So I see, oh, and my gosh, I watch Lissa's vlogs with that beautiful, wonderful baby. He's just so awesome. So as he gets older and knows who his Gigi and Pops are, well, we're going to be making those trips to Lumberton, where they're buying their property. And I so hate to see them go. But, you know, if it's better for Jake, if he can feel, he's going to miss home. He's going to miss Plum Grove. Everybody says, oh, I would never live in Plum Grove. Well, you would if you had roots here. And I told Gene that maybe yesterday, guys, I've had so much time on my hands with no babies. I would not want to do this every day for all my life because I need my babies. But, you know, I was sitting out and I told Papa, I said, you know, this right now, life is so perfect. The weather is awesome. I'm trying not to worry about the hurricane. It's just, this is the most beautiful place in the world. I could hear the wind chimes. I could hear the roosters. I love to hear roosters crow. Guys, I could even smell the little horse pasture. Nothing smells as good as a horse pasture. And unless you're a country girl, you don't know that smell. But it was just a wonderful day. And I told Papa there's nothing more peaceful or fulfilling than just sitting right here on this front porch and hearing all these sounds that God has given us. And it was just awesome. It was just such an awesome, I don't know, we probably set out for about an hour. That's all Papa can sit. Then he's got to go on and do his other work. Guys, please don't think that I make fun of Papa. I heard a lady say, please show him grace. You know, I guess this is that first night when I was talking, because he got out, he made sure I was fine and went to do his own thing. Well, his own thing is outside. Mine is inside. And Ben was in with me, and Ben fixed me cereal, and Ben poured the milk, and Ben made my coffee, and Papa was out doing his own thing because he knew Ben was in. But I made a little joke about that, and it hurt a lady's feelings, I guess, because I wasn't showing Papa grace, and he's such a good husband, and he's such this, and you know, I apologized to her. But we all have our faults, and I am not going to sit here and tell you that Papa is the most perfect man in the world. He's my husband. We've been married for 57, 54 years. I'm not sure. But he's not perfect 100% of the time. And if I want to make a joke about something that he's done, it's not out of anger or not showing him grace. Or there's lots of times when, hey, he don't deserve grace. I'm telling you that. He's not perfect. He's not like this lady sees him. She probably has him pictured like her son or something, because, you know, sons can do no wrong. Lester does no wrong. Daniel does no wrong. That's from a mother's eyes. So maybe she's looking at him from a mother's eyes. But let me tell you, these guys all have their faults. They're not, hey, there's another message. Nope, from Tina and Rob. There's none of us perfect. And Papa jokes about me all the time. And it's fine. I don't care. I can take a joke. Oh, guys, I hear a truck. Maybe it's the... So, okay, look at me. I'm gonna go. No, I've just talked. La, 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 la. I wish I had the whole porch filled with people so we could just basically interact with each other and laugh. Laughing is so good for us. I don't know. Okay, guys. What was I going to say? I think I was going to say I love y'all. And I don't know what time this will post. It's 12:24 right now. That means that technician is 24 minutes late. I can't call to complain. For one thing, I don't know where to complain. Anyway, we're at his mercy, guys. We're at that technician's mercy whenever he's going to come. All he's got to do is hook two wires together. Buddy could have done it, but Buddy said he had nothing to splice a fiber. It's, what's it called? Fiber, whatever. Anyway, so I like to post my, my videos at 3. So if he comes, then I will post this video by 3. And Lester wants me to start doing a live every morning while I have my coffee. And still do my video, you know, a few days a week. I know I'm not one, I don't have a schedule. And I feel like I could do better with the schedule. But I'm a lollygagger. I'm a lollygagger. I put off, do this later. Okay, let me do this, and then I'll do this. And before you know it, my day's gone. And I can control a lot of that, and I know it. I know it in my heart. I know it in my mind. I control a lot better I can control a lot better than I do. But the only thing, if I get up in the morning and if I'm in my nightie, I can put the camera low, high, that's fine. But then I won't have any makeup. And the last time I did with no makeup, y'all could all see my age spots, which are not cancer. And then I had to get so many comments. You have skin cancer. Please go to the doctor. I'm thinking, Jesus, help me. I've had these age spots forever. Anyway, see all these excuses I can come up with for I don't know. Anyway, guys, we had a great lunch with Lester the other day. We should have done a live then. He says it's so much easier to do a live. You just go live and talk, and people join you or they don't, or they can still see it later. So I'm thinking, well, that might be fun. And now Papa's kind of got the hang of it. But I haven't put myself quite out there yet. But I'm going to. You can teach an old dog new tricks. I know that. So right now, I'm going to say goodbye. I think I've said that about 3 times. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to go in and maybe I'll take a nap or something. I don't know. Whatever I can do to make the time pass quicker until we get our internet up. And then I will post this. Okay? Thank you for Thank you for praying for Florida. Thank you for praying for my brother. Thank you for your continued prayers. Nope. Watch Kippy. I know you've all been praying for North Carolina and sending thanks to Steph and Bud. They have got so much lined up that I'm not sure what when they're going, but they have talked to somebody there, and they said whatever they bring is going to be so appreciated, but turn it over to Samaritan's Purse or to one of the churches. They said do not give it to Red Cross. I'm so sorry. And there's no way they'll allow you to pass it out to individuals. So everything y'all send is going to North Carolina, and I think they're selling some shirts. I can't look at that because I don't have any internet connection. But in all of the proceeds from the shirts will go to a group that they've contacted in Florida. So they're doing what's on their heart, and I think that's really great for them. I did a donation, and I just did it to Samaritan's Purse. My mom and dad supported them when they were alive, and I love Billy Graham, and I love Franklin Graham, and I think if you go online before you send to something, go online and check them out. Check them out. And before you send your money. But friends, I love you, and I want to thank you for being friends. I don't have a lot of friends around me every day. When I worked, I had lots of friends. But my best friends, Kim and Tina, and Bree and Lou, Jamie, family. I have family, and my family is my friends. So I call you friends because I think you know what? Well, I'm not going to go into our last flood and what happened to me and poor me in church and all that stuff. I'm not going to do that, guys. You know you're my friends, and I trust telling you guys things more than I would telling any friends that I still have left in Plum Grove. And Plum Grove has all the old people. You used to could drive down the road and say, just, these kids rode my bus, these kids rode my bus, oh, these kids rode. They've all moved out. There's so many old-time families that were born and raised here, like Jean was, that have totally moved out of Plum Grove. So you see houses now and you don't know who lives there anymore. So that's really sad to say from your community, but that's change. Life does change. My mom and dad, who've only been, gosh, my dad only passed away, what, 5 years ago? He would not believe that over there. He would not believe how that's grown over there. And I come out on my porch to let the dogs out, and there's lights everywhere. I'm thinking, you know, that's not the old Plum Grove where you come out without a flashlight. It's pitch black everywhere. But life goes on. Life changes. I don't guess God's meant us to just sit still. And in a way, not for things spiritually, but for things of the world that you have to live in, then you have to change too. Okay, well, we got music now. We got lights out there now. Hey, we do have a Chinese food restaurant out there that we can order from. So we try to look at the good that we can and not just dwell on the bad. So guys, I love you. I hope I can get this out. Friends, I've talked for 41 minutes. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what I said. All right. I love y'all so much.